Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Spiritual Hub. It's your girl, Cherie, coming to you live with a message of what you need to know today. So, you guys, we're going to go ahead and jump into this reading. Yeah. Yeah. So, source, what is the message for everyone who's watching my video or will? Ooh, you guys. That card was meant to come out. Ugh. I'm going to tell you this now. Based off of the cards in this reading, this is going to be a little emotional. So some of you guys are going through some relatively tough things, okay? Just off of the cards, let me clarify first. Make sure we get the right... Oh, okay. Thank God, because for a second there, I was supposed to say this reading was supposed to be... Golly, right? Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and see if I can show you guys. Nope, okay. Well then, we'll go ahead and do it like this. I'm just going to walk you through it. So, you guys are being very protective at this time, right? Setting those boundaries. I don't know if you guys watched my last video that I posted, but please do if you haven't, because I feel like it would help you to understand the energy in which I'm fixing to explain now. Because that last video had a reading, okay? It had a multiple reading. It's one with cards, one without, where I was explaining how you guys could be defensive and holding those, sticks or wands of boundaries, because in the past, you had to go through so much. So you're carrying this wand with you of boundary, just to let somebody know, like, hey, I'm not scared to go lower vibrational with you, but I am trying not to, because I have this boundary, and I'm trying not to just, I'm trying not to have to attack you with this wand of boundary. But also I need you to know, and it's like I was explaining how it's a good time to go ahead and put that wand down. It's okay to let down your defenses. You do not always have to be on defense. I mean, always have that, safety, right? Have safety in the back of your mind, but it's okay to drop those defenses, because time and time again, you've made it, because time and time again, you've trusted your intuition, because time and time again, God has your back, and because time and time again, universe supplies. You know what I mean? So, so essentially, it's time for you to drop that wand, right? Completely leave it where you found it, so that you can walk towards, that cheerfulness, that glee that you've been wanting, without having to feel like, like someone's going to jump on you for being successful. It's like people really do have good intentions. People really do want to see you grow. Because as you know, your growing doesn't stop my growing. My growing doesn't stop your growing. We're both allowed to grow. We're both allowed to outgrow each other. We're both allowed to grow together. And that's the beauty of what this is saying. Okay? So then, so then we're going into the mental, right? Because, some of us are analytical. Some of us like to analyze things, and some of us really have trusted our intuition. And in the past, our intuition was always right. Mind you, we were in survival mode, right? where everything was somebody could potentially be hurting you, or someone could potentially be putting you in a compromising position. So now, you tend to overthink decisions when there's really no need to overthink the decisions. You even overthink things that aren't meant to be decisions. Like, you're like, coffee or Coke, hold on. If you take everything as a major life decision, then it potentially could be. You know what I mean? So instead of feeling like, oh, you're in survival mode, go ahead and allow yourself to have that faith, and allow yourself to balance out. Because it's like with your finances right now, you're feeling like, okay, you have the balance, right? Walking into that, financial stability, walking into that financial freedom, walking into that. So being able to frivolously make investment decisions, okay? And it's like you want to give and take. Like you want a good balance of giving and taking. You're like, I'll give, give, but I also would like. And, you're going to have to get out of your mind. Okay, you're going to have to get out of your mind in order to get that balance that you're wanting. Okay? Because, all that overthinking isn't the same energy as giving and taking. Okay, so you're going to have to leave those emotions behind and take that leap of faith and understand that, you're guided, you're safe, you're protected. You're meant to experience these life changes, and it's like, you're speaking your truth, you're living your truth, and I feel like you're very, very honest. You are a very, very honest person now. Were you always a very, very honest person? Probably not. Probably not the most honest person, but are you now? Yeah. Now you're like, oh, I ain't got nothing to lie about. What am I lie about? I ain't got nothing to lie about, and that's facts. And that's cool. But understand that that's because you've grown and you've evolved your mind. You've evolved your mind, to the point where you know what serves you and what doesn't. And that anger, that deceptiveness, all that doesn't truly serve you. It just kind of puts a further fog over your eyes, which was unapplicable. It wasn't even meant to be a thing. So, and there's times when a little bit of fog helps you out because you could have been just emotional. But most of the time, that fog was self-created. You'd be like, oh, that person was out to get me. And it's like, self-check. Okay, self-check. You put yourself in that position to be with that person, knowing that you didn't trust that person. Self-check. You put yourself in a position with people who were questionable, who you knew had negative intentions, and you expected the worst. You did. You expected the worst, and you got surprised in good and negative ways. Of course you lived because in your back of your mind, you already knew, so you formed an escape plan immediately. But you also knew that, that could have went really, really bad. Somebody could have potentially lost a life. You know what I mean? Or somebody could have, possibilities are endless on both spectrums. You feel me? But it's like, you've took the realization. So, you're speaking your truths and you're allowing other people to speak their truths. And then inside, it's like you're thinking about how the past was for you, right? How you had to leave behind certain people, places, and things, how that affected you, how you wish you could have been you wish you could be you now back then, and see, would you have made the same decisions? And you wouldn't have, but then you wouldn't be the same person that you are now. So it's interesting. And it's like you think about those things all the time, and I know that you've been on this page for a while now, and you already know that memories are a good thing if they have a good emotional attachment, okay? If they have a negative emotional attachment, let it go. It's not meant to harp on, Okay? It was meant to be a lesson to, teach you boundaries, to teach you what you do like, what you don't like. Okay? That's all that is. And it's not meant to focus on. You can speak about it because people will relate to that. But to focus on it, no. If you tell somebody, yes, I got my heart broke. There's somebody I thought I was meant to be with for the rest of my life. And still have, that Disney Channel hope that maybe, just maybe, we can at least meet again. You know what I mean? But then on the other side of the spectrum, it's like, but also, I've changed, transformed. I'm a completely different person. So that person, if they didn't change, then they're not going to know how to handle me now. They really didn't know how to handle me then. I really didn't know how to handle myself then. You know what I mean? And so it's a lot of, thinking that's going on. You just have to understand what's for your highest good and what's not. Okay? And, you also can't be in your ego all the time. You got to set that pride aside and understand accountability. Okay? Understand accountability. Again, you put yourself in those positions. You allowed those things to last as long as they did. You allowed yourself to become emotional like you did. You allowed yourself to feel fully the way that you did. And now you're just like, like, Jesus, take the wheel. Like, yeah, because like, you know that you got you through. You got you through everything, but you put you through everything. Yeah, that's what you know, okay? So you also have those solid relationships that are built up from people who have helped you in the past, people who have helped you now, or people who you've helped and vice versa. That are kind of like guides, right? They're kind of like guides in the living. People who are there for you, who support you, not necessarily your decisions, but support you, okay? And who will be there, right? But you also throw everything up in the air and are like, ooh, if it's meant to be, let it be. If it's not, it's not. Don't send mixed messages. Understand, if they were there in the past and helped you, they should be here in the future and help you. You know what I mean? And you should help them. You should give back as much as you can, when you can, how you can. And if not to them, in essence, pray for them. Send praise for them. Like, oh, thank God for, this and that person, because where would I be without them? Without their presence in my life, where would I be? You know what I mean? So you just got to think about those things and stay humble. Okay? Stay humble. Yes. Sit down. But no, for real. And it's like you're coming to the realization that teamwork really does make the dream work, right? Working together with your past, present, and future, with your friends, family, and work, has put you in a energy of giving and receiving. It's taught you how to work together with people. It's taught you how to manifest what's best for you, because you've had examples of how things have worked for other people, or you with other people. So, that's learning consistency through other people's inconsistencies, or learning from your past inconsistencies and growing into a consistent person. You know what I mean? So it's a beautiful duality that it is having teamwork, but also being a team player, because you got to understand, in order to have a manifestation, you can't do it all by yourself. Now, you can think of it all by yourself. Yes, you can, but can you get every single thing that you ever want to do by, the world and by yourself? Can you do all those things by yourself? Don't be no lie and a half. Use being honest to yourself. Don't lie to yourself now. No, you need to work with people to make that dream work. Yeah. Just like if you want a Wendy's burger, you're not going into Wendy's, making that burger, then paying, Wendy's for the burger, and then going and eating the burger. No, you're not doing that. And then you're not the business owner of Wendy's. You know what I mean? You could be, and hello if you are. But you know what I'm saying? Like, there's a person who owns that Wendy's. There's employees that work at that Wendy's. Then there's a person who handed you your order from Wendy's. You know what I mean? And then you got your burger, which was teamwork from a group of people, and it's like that. You didn't do that by yourself, and that's a good way to break energy down, to understand just how much you need other people. Not need them, but yeah, you do. Let's be honest. Yeah, nobody's meant to do it alone. Ain't nobody Jesus but Jesus. Ain't nobody God but God. Okay? So let's stay humble. Okay? Remember, let's stay humble. Our advice is to, turn those thoughts, right? Turn those thoughts into things that you want, into reality. Being able to manifest. It's like, you already know you're like a master manifester. Yeah, I'm a master manifester. And it's that energy that lets you know, like, okay, I got this. I'm confident. I can, I can put it in different ways, in different forms, flip it, twist it, all that, to make it understandable to myself and to others that we can do everything, but for sure the things that we've manifested. Okay? But then that part of you understands that each action has an opposite and equal reaction. So just as much as though you're, manifesting those events, you're also manifesting other people who have gone through similar things of you to be in a similar energy as you. Now, everybody's details are different, but the energy frequency of the people you're trying to align with are the same. Okay? Yeah. People who have, passed their trauma, people who are looking to expand, vice versa. So it's a lot of things that are going on. You just got to make sure that you're out of your head and out of your heart enough to have a neutral, treat people how you want to be treated vibe, so that you can attain things, right? Because nobody wants to do anything if there's no benefit for them. If there's absolutely no benefit besides, if I'm going to put it like this. If somebody feels like there's absolutely no benefit in doing something, 9 times out of 10, they're not going to do it. Even though that could help their karma, even though that could help their spirit, they might feel as though, oh, if it's not, showing me the most, then they're not going to get involved. And, that could be your mentality too. And you have to understand there's a time where you're going to be up high, and there's a time when you're going to be down low, and then you're going to go back up high. And it's a constant shift like that, right? Because your destinations, right? Your first destination isn't going to be your fifth one. All your destinations are different. There's different wants, different goals that you have had throughout life. And with each time, it's a bigger challenge for you to, obtain more. But if you're asking for more, you got to know how to deal with more. If you are asking for more, but you only know how to deal with this much, do you really think you're going to expand? Yeah, you will, because you'll learn how to deal. You know what I mean? And it's that energy of understanding, like, just because it was doesn't mean it will be. Unless you want it that way. Yeah. Because again, about lying, cheating, and deceptiveness. That may have been your whole vibe at one time. And now you're looking at other people like, oh, that's all you want to do is da-da-da-da-da, because that's all you did at one time. And it's like, don't judge. Stay humble, because you've taken time. You've had patience in order to get to where you're at now. Well, so have they. You know what I mean? You're waiting on your chips to come in, so are they. And so it's a duality of not to judge and to understand that we can come together through our experiences, and have that mutual understanding and support, and better move forward, because 2 heads are better than 1. And if iron sharpens iron, then you're both going to be sharper and on point for helping one another. Yeah, because you came together through resonatory reasons. Okay? So, you guys, this has been the reading. Thank you so much for watching. Stay blessed and never stressed. Much peace, much power, and much love. Namaste.